What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Editions, the Ultimate Warrior. Here we do have the Ultimate Warrior in the packaging. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get them open up, and we'll have a better look at the Ultimate Warrior. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have the Ultimate Warrior posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Ultimate Warrior here does come with two head sculpts. He comes with a head where he has face paint on, which looks really good. And then he also does come with a head where his face paint is rubbing off like it's mid-match. Warrior here does come with 3 pairs of hands. He comes with a pair of fists. He comes with a pair of grappling hands. And then he also does come with a pair of open palm hands. Warrior's final accessory is a Soft Goods One Warrior Nation jacket, and it is done incredibly well. The detailing on it is really good. There's a skeleton, there's so much details on it. It's a really nice accessory. I'm really glad Mattel was able to throw that in with Warrior. Other than that, he doesn't come with anything else. It's really hard to say what more you would want him to come with. But anyway, that's his accessories for you guys, so let's actually run through his details really fast. And so here we have a closer look at the Ultimate Warrior, and they did a really good job with that face paint. It looks just like it did when he faced Hulk Hogan at Halloween Havoc. They did use a little bit of the face printing technology. You can see it in the lips and especially the eyes. There's a dot matrix to the eyes. But his face paint is still tempoed on, which I do like that they're not doing face paints with face printing technology. They're just doing the eyes and facial features. Warrior's hair is really accurate to how he looked. Warrior's always had crazy looking hair, especially back in his younger days, especially in the 80s and 90s. So it captures the look on it really well, and there's actually some dry brushing on it just to highlight some of the details. So Mattel is actually doing an interesting thing with their Ultimate Edition figures. Let's actually run through the body really fast. This is actually a unique body to the Ultimate Warrior. I don't know if any other figures coming out are going to use this body, but for now it really does represent what Warrior looked like during his match against Hulk Hogan. I really do like the tassels on this Ultimate Warrior. Normally when we get the Ultimate Warrior, we get the tassels and they're just fixed in one position. One thing I do like is that the tassels on this Ultimate figure are articulated. So you can actually have them flowing in the wind, have them down. When he picks his arm up, you can articulate them according to gravity, which I really do like that. We do have a look at these new arms that Mattel made. You can see really veiny arms on the Ultimate Warrior here. They look really good. He is wearing his wrist straps with the tassels. You can see it does have the OWN on it for One Warrior Nation. And it's the same on both arms, done really well. And they actually did manage to put his tattoo of the Ultimate Warrior on, because Warrior got his character tattooed on himself. Looking at his trunks, you can see it does say Warrior, and you can see all the skulls and purple highlights in it, which is really accurate to how it looked during the match. Again, we have the One Warrior Nation OWN on it, which is really good. Again, that skull motif really does work here. Going down to his knee pads, you can see he does have the Warrior logo right here. On this side, it is really sloppy. You can see it looks like the paint rubbed on it and it kind of messed up the figure. Really not a big issue, especially because I'm going to have the jacket on him most of the time. But it is something to note that you might run into that issue, especially with the paint. And something with these knee pads is that these tassels are actually articulated as well, so you can pose them accordingly however you want, so I do like that. One thing that separates him from most Warrior figures is that the tassels on his boots are separate pieces. Normally we get a single boot with the Ultimate Warrior and the tassels are sculpted with the boot. These are just a covering. You can see I can slide them down, slide them up to cover the boot, so really interesting that they went that route. Then we also do get his Warrior insignia boots, where he was wearing red boots for this event. Then you can see they do have a black trim as well as a white sole. We do get some peg holes underneath his feet, which is really good. And it's actually painted. It's not the molded plastic that we're normally used to seeing. It's painted, so that's Really surprising. But overall, Mattel is doing some really interesting things here, and we'll have a better look in articulation. But for now, let's actually get them compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have the Ultimate Warrior posed next to an Elite Stone Cold Steve Austin and an Elite AJ Styles. And so here we have the Ultimate Warrior posed next to an Elite Miz and an Elite Andre the Giant. And finally, here we have the Ultimate Warrior posed next to his Elite Legends Ultimate Warrior counterpart. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually run through the Ultimate Warrior's articulation. Now, he is sporting some new articulation, and I do like the direction that the Ultimate Collector's line is going to. Let's actually run through his articulation really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does work really well. You can see he can look down. Can't really look up because of his hair sculpt. He can tilt his head side to side, so that's really good. We do get left and right movement, although his hair is going to jet his head off at an angle, so do be aware of that. So really like that articulation in the head. Arms are on a ball joint, which go out to about that far. They do a full 360, no problem. As I stated before, the tassels here are articulated, so you can actually have them going against the way they should be going down, or you can have them defy gravity, whichever one you prefer. He does have a bicep swivel, which works really well, as you can see right there. We have a double bend in the elbow, giving us really good range here. This is something that we haven't seen before, so do like that. We have rotation and hinge here at the wrist. Now, he does have a ball joint in the torso. We do have some movement that goes side to side. Does go back only to about that far, and goes forward only about that far. Now, that's not the best that we've seen. I think the ab crunches get more articulation than that, so that's a little bit unfortunate. He does maintain a swivel at the waist, and he doesn't rotate up here. This joint is not a rotation, so don't try to force that to rotate, because it's only meant for side to side and forward and back movement. It's not meant for rotation, so be advised of that. Legs do kick forward to about there. They go back out to about that far. Swivel up high in the thigh. He has a double bend in the knee. Tassels are articulated as well. Rotation here at the boot. We do have a hinge in the ankle, which goes all the way back, all the way forward. No problem. Unfortunately, he doesn't have much of a rocker ankle, so that's kind of disappointing that Mattel would omit the rocker ankle. But they do give us a toe hinge, so I guess it evens itself out. So really interesting thing Mattel did with the Ultimate Editions line. I am liking it better than I thought I would. So what we're going to do now is actually get them posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Ultimate Editions Ultimate Warrior pose for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. I love the amount of articulation that Mattel put in him. The accessories on this figure are really good. So overall, I'm happy with this figure, with the exception of one thing: price point. The Ultimate Editions line is running $30. That is $10 more expensive than your standard Elite figure. I know a lot of the accessories seem like it's something that makes this worth the $30. However, alternate hands and alternate head is something that other companies are giving us for $20 even. So seeing as how Mattel is charging $30 for something that other companies are charging $24, it is a bit of a reach for the price. Now, if you are a fan of the Ultimate Warrior or just want to see what the Ultimate Collection line is all about, I would really recommend checking out at least one of the figures. There's only 2 figures in the line, so if you have to pick between Ultimate Warrior or Ronda Rousey, I would say go with the one that you would be happier with. I'm actually happy with the way this Warrior came out, and he is probably going to go in my collection somewhere, but at $30 it is really hard to justify his price point. If you are looking for the Ultimate Collection line, I did find my set at Target, which is surprising because Target doesn't have anything new, so seeing him on the shelf was a welcomed addition. If you are looking for this guy and you can't find him in stores, I know Ringside Collectible is selling him and Ronda Rousey for $60, which is what you're going to pay at your normal brick and mortar store. If you're a fan of the Ultimate Warrior, I really do recommend you pick up this figure. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later, and don't forget to check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later.